Hi there. My name is Simon Wolliver. Today I will be conducting a workshop where three participants in an academic setting will discuss conflicts and how to resolve them. Now, to get started, hi everyone. To get started, I would like the three of you to please take a look at these two conflicts scenarios on your papers and provide thoughts. You may all yes, you may all write on them. Yes, please, you may all write on them. And you may, I would like, yes, go ahead. Okay, everyone, great job. Now, let's take a look at the scenario number one and see what you got down. Can I get a volunteer here, please?
Sure.
Go ahead.
All right, so for the first scenario in which people have other commitments outside of class and that they might not be able to attend class, I would try and help them develop ways to contribute meaningfully to the project around their schedule.
Very nice, very nice. Very nice. Let's see. And anybody else? Would anybody else like to volunteer? Sure, go ahead, Don.
Yeah, I would just maybe take a look at a weekly schedule and see if there are any type of blocks when they do have availability.
All right, great. And as for our final one, is there anything you would like to add, Becky?
I thought that maybe asking the person if he can do some stuff or them on the side, and then ask them what day works best for them with their schedule and try to work around meeting them during that time.
Sounds like a nice compromise. I like it. All right, great answers, everyone. Now, let's move on to scenario number two. Who would like to volunteer first? All right, go ahead.
I wrote to respond to the person and say, that's a great answer, and then look at the rest of the group and say, does anyone else have any feedback?
All right, I like that.
I was thinking exactly the same thing, try to get others involved. And
is that what you put on?
Yeah.
Okay. And Kristen, is there anything you'd like to add?
Good answers. I put ask if I can have a moment to speak so I can say what I need to say.
Wow, I like that. Great work here. Great work here, you guys. I really love your answers, and this can really help with many issues within conflict and conflict that's kind of affecting people's relationships. Now I'm going to present to you a PowerPoint on helping solve group work conflicts. The PowerPoint is all right over here. Is right over here. It's right over here. You may go through it. You may. Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Now, if everybody, yes. Here is the PowerPoint. Please, I would like you guys. Now, I'm going to present to you a PowerPoint on helping solve group work conflicts. Please, I would like you to take a look, and I would like us to all go through it together and see what we think. When working in a group of 4 or 5 people, not only should there be no leader in order to avoid certain confrontation, but in order to avoid confusions and therefore avoid arguments. The first thing group members can do is talk or communicate efficiently where the person they're interacting with does not get interrupted. One way to do this is to communicate through the silent treatment. While people can still communicate, there are a number of ways group members can hear what one respective member has to say through a strategy of turn taking and hand and facial gestures. One great example, for instance, is by using the ball method, in which before a person can talk, they must first obtain a ball, like a baseball or a tennis ball, where they will be able to express themselves freely and interruption free. It is also shown from a 2006 article by Webb and Chiron that roughly 49% of students actually prefer assignments that they do on their own, and 51% prefer assignments done within a group. Meaning that a major issue that group members simply must address is the comfort zone of each individual member. As one might imagine, this is a major indication that at least well over 50% of the reasons why group members have such a hard time avoiding conflict is due to their preferred locations and timing. But I believe that there are several solutions to this issue, such as having group meetings through Zoom or telehealth, compromising each other's time, and making commitments on doing assignments individually during their free time. Would you guys agree?
Agreed.
Great.
All right. Number 4. How can a silent game aid the well-being of a group, you may ask? Well, we certainly aren't doing it right now, but with being completely silent and communicating through gestures and therefore not worrying about interruptions. With a more silent group, they can instead focus at the subject at hand and not chat or gossip too much about their free time, and therefore avoid countless different distractions. Therefore, they don't get off the subject, and therefore focus on what's at hand. With people of fewer words and more actions, rivalries will also be avoided, as they won't have to have to worry much about comparing or contrasting their personal experiences or accomplishments with each other, and therefore keeping the group members healthy and on good terms with each other. And a majority of the classroom will probably have fewer complaints about this particular group. What do you guys think? What do you think of it?
I like it.
All right. If there is one thing that I have learned during my time in college, especially when working in a group, is that there must be a level of firm order, discipline, and organization when it comes to group members and the amount of work each group member is supposed to do when working together. Would you guys agree?
Definitely.
A noticeably high problem many college and workplace groups identify is that of free riding. Free riding is a form of procrastination and lack of motivation where one group member expects the rest of the group to get his or her work done. One great way to address organization is to avoid this at all costs. Basically, this is just someone just there for the ride and just taking the credit when they didn't really work on anything. Yep. That's something that we don't really want, is it?
Yep.
And finally, in conclusion, with some proper cooperation, motivation, hard work, and a little friendship, almost anything is possible. All you have to do is set your mind to it and never give up. But it's first important to make sure that all your fellow group members feel like they are being heard and that their needs are being met. We must first do everything we can to show that we care for one another. What do you guys think? Would you agree?
Absolutely.
All right. Yep, that was a lot of fun. Now, if everybody will please flip over their papers and write down 2 or 3 things you learned from the workshop and any other group work related questions that can be addressed in future workshops. Please, take your time. Please feel free to write as much as you like. All right. How about before we wrap up? How about we see what you guys written, huh? Let's see.
Good luck reading that.
Involved as a way to avoid the person taking over. Okay, I like that. That most people prefer to work on their own, so we need to find ways to make the experience better. I like that. And for your future idea, Don, ways to more evenly divide tasks and ensure accountability. How's that?
Wow.
How's that for some reading?
That's
But I like that. I like that. All right, and what do you have, Kristen? May I ask?
Of course. So I learned what the term free rider means in this context, so that was interesting.
All right.
I also hadn't heard that statistic about 51% and 49% of people preferring individual projects to group projects.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty shocking, but I can understand why. Yeah.
I also liked learning from my peers that when one member is too chatty, an idea is to help engage the other team members as a way to deal with that. I like that.
Very nice.
One question I had was like, I saw that you said that there should be no leader, and I just was wondering if you could elaborate a little bit on that because.
Of course, yeah. Well, I mean, I understand what people would think wait, how can we not have a leader? Somebody needs to tell us what to do or where to go. But what if there wasn't? What if we all had a similar, not the same, it's not healthy to be all the same, but what if we all had a similar idea of what we need to do and what needs to be done, and all decide, not through a leader, how about we all decide through a vote on what should be done instead of one person deciding for us? I mean, I understand having a leader might make things more easier and might make a country or a city or whatever more comfortable by giving them some directive. But to avoid conflict here and to keep things fair, I believe that there is a way we can get things done with no leader, where we all just live together in peace, where nobody can tell each other what to do, and they can do things on their own free will. That is what I mean. And Becky, so you have something?
Well, I had that no leader in a group, each person doing their own part,
Okay.
and building friendships,
I like that. Thank
in
you.
a group. And then when having a verbal dialogue in a group, establish a system, like in a class, they do hand raising, but in a group situation, go around and each person adds something to the project.
Mm-hmm.
And then, or the example you used in the PowerPoint was that you used the ball, and whoever had the ball had control over what they wanted to say. But
Mhm.
yeah, so it
Exactly.
could be like we're going around, each person
Yes.
is speaking kind of in turn about what
Mhm.
they learned from your PowerPoint. So it's very similar to that, but person says her thing,
Mm-hmm.
Tom said his thing, and then I'm saying my thing. So.
I like that. And actually, that's a way. I mean, it's no actual leader, but how about we use that ball, like the ball of wisdom or the ball of hope as the leader? How about that? Well, all right, that just about wraps it all up. Thank you all very much for participating, and I hope to see you all again real soon. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Don. Good to see you. Becky, good to see you. And Kristen, good to see you. All right, that just about wraps it up. Thanks, guys.